What's up, guys? This is AZ Wallbreaker here, and you are watching Wallbreakers, here to inspire you to be epic, be legendary. Alright, if you are new to this channel and you need some kind of inspiration to help you get stuff started, to achieve your dreams, to attack your goals, this channel is for you. So hit like, hit subscribe. If you know somebody out there that needs some kind of inspiration to see a guy like me, an everyday guy like me, accomplishing stuff such as writing a book, doing YouTube, traveling the world, this channel is for them too. So share this video and get them to like and subscribe to this channel. Alright, now we're going to talk about updates. Where I'm going with my book, how I'm doing with my book. That is a good question that you are asking. Well, I was on chapter 10. And I was writing and I came to this point where it just felt like when I was writing that the chapter was not in for some reason. I don't know why, what was going through my mind at that time, but I was struggling with finishing the chapter. I managed to figure out a way to do it, but I just couldn't do it in the timely manner that I wanted. There was reasons for that. Family, time schedules, time conflict. There was a lot of issues, a lot of disturbances that occurred while I was trying to write my book. But, you knew there was a but. Alright, I was able to finish chapter 10. And I'll tell you why. I was able to finish chapter 10 because in my last vlog video, which I hope you check out, and it will be posted above, that I started to write in the morning. I started to take 30 minutes in the morning. Normally I get up at 6 in the a.m. in the morning, but I decided to get up 30 minutes earlier to write my story, and it has made a world of difference. As I said in my last video, I was experimenting, I was checking it out, and now after over a week period, I've seen the results. I was able to be focused, pinpoint focus on my stories. I feel like the stories coming to my mind and going from my mind to my hands to my computer, which is awesome. It is great. It feels amazing. So I am getting my story done, and now I'm on chapter 11, and I am knocking chapter 11 out the ballpark. I feel like that this chapter is going to be short compared to the other chapters that I've written so far, but it is going great. I am very happy, excited, so I will continue to do that. Let's move on to the next topic that I really want to discuss, and that is adjectives versus adverbs. Now, some of you might be asking, AZ, why do I need to take another English 101 class to learn about the difference between adverbs and adjectives? I'm not here to do an English 101 class to teach you how to separate the differences between adjectives and adverbs. I'm not going to waste your time with that. Even though, if you don't know, I will tell you the difference and I will give you an example. What I am trying to do is try to give you my preference of what I am using in my writing and why I am doing that. Alright, for those of you who don't know or aren't familiar with the difference between an adjective and an adverb, I'm here to tell you and how it's going to help your writing. An adjective is a word that describes the noun. Here is an example. The harsh crowd reacted. Adverbs describes the action happening. The crowd reacted harshly. You see the difference between the two? Even though they kind of mean the same thing, they're really different in a sense. And you can tell that how it can change or affect how the reader sees the story. When you see the first one that I mentioned with the adjectives, it described the characteristics of the crowd. With the adverb, as the harshly with the ly, and that's normally all adjectives, they end it with ly. it describes the action. This is going to affect how you and I write in our stories because it's going to give and take away the power of the reader depending on the writer. Now, I'm not going to debate which one is good, how often you should use it, which way you should use. That's up to you, the writer. Just like it's up to me how I want to write the story, but this is my preference. Here are my reasons why I prefer adjectives over adverbs. 1. I like to set the tone for the characters or the people or nouns in my book. I want to give the characters to set the tone for their behavior. Let's take the example that I used with the adjectives. The harsh crowd reacted. Because we know the behavior of the crowd, it sets the tone, which means you give the reader the power to know that, hey, at this point, the crowd are going to be harsh. They're harsh people. When they hear something from a certain character, or any character for that matter, it's going to be hard to take away that harshness from that crowd. So now you give the reader power to imagine and wonder, what are they going to do? How is the main character going to get this crowd to stop being so harsh on what he or she has to say? What is he going to do or say? He has to put a lot of work into trying to convince this crowd to not be harsh. The reason I like this is because it gets the reader to ask why, and it makes assumptions, and that's what you want in your writing. You want to keep them in touch with what you're trying to write and do and say, and that helps that way of writing, that style of writing. The next reason I use the adjectives to write my book is because it's brief. I think it's more brief to use adjectives than adverbs. I tend to find that using adverbs tend to make it clunky, wordy, and just reduces the tone of a book. That's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. We all have opinions. If you disagree, please post below and tell me why you prefer adverbs over adjectives when you're writing, if you're a writer. I just prefer the adjectives because it's just brief. You know, like I said in the example, the harsh crowd reacted. You know that the crowd is harsh and they reacted. That's all you need to know. But when you put it, the crowd reacted harshly, you know it's only temporary. You don't know if they're going to be this harsh for a while. Just like the adjectives, you know, you get them asking why and making assumptions, which keeps your audience engaged in your book. I just prefer just to use adjectives just to set the tone and keep it brief and make it seem less wordy. My last and final thing is the thing I like to say: give the power to the readers. As a writer, it is your responsibility to give the power to the readers and not spell it out for them. You want to keep them engaged, you want them to keep them focused, you want them to want to read your book even more, and that is very challenging if you are writing and spelling everything out for them. So with adjectives, for me, it allows me to not spell it out, but be able to give hints and clues and let the reader understand and see, okay, where is this guy going? Where is this character going? What is this character doing? How is he doing in reaction to his environment? Both are good. You can use. I'm not here to debate which is better. That's your opinion. You do it what you want to do when you're writing. I'm just sharing my experience so far for my writing. So that's it. Everything's going great. So, and like I said, if you're new to this channel and you need inspiration, you need someone who's putting the work and doing everything just to make it happen, this channel is for you. Subscribe, hit like. Also, if you know somebody who needs it, some kind of inspiration, some kind of motivation, tell them. Share this video. Tell them to hit like and subscribe. This channel is for you. And I promise you, I will put out as best content as I can because that's what I want to do for you. Follow me on Instagram under AZ Wallbreaker. If you're interested into learning all the places that I've been, my reviews, go on Tripadvisor. It'll be posted down below. So check me out, and I'll be seeing you later. And remember,